I don't think people think they're gonna get away with it. These guys aren't thinking at all. That guy, the kid, was thinking when
he
he
wasn't
slashing.
thinking at all. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No one's thinking.
Listen, people get away with murder, but it's not some heated in the moment, emotional something. You know what I'm saying? It's thought out, and they remove themselves 4 or 5 times over and have it done. You know what I'm saying? So, but you don't hear about those stories. You know what I'm saying?
Because they don't get caught. Yeah.
They don't get caught, and they don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? But listen, I remember, man, that dude killed the homie. We were young, we can't do nothing, and we have to walk around this guy. It's like the cops don't care. They didn't. You know what I'm saying? But there was no even idea of cameras or camera phones. This is like 14, 15.
But Tim, that's even like us in South, like in school. There's people you knew that were killers, or people you knew that had done stuff, but it's just hearsay, as in like everyone will know that, oh, you'll hear something happen, someone got shot in a rave, someone got stabbed, and we know who done it.
It's a name, yeah.
And it's a name, you'll know, so-and-so done this, but
That's where it ends.
us, it was
That's where it ends.
Remember the area I grew up in was probably one of the most notorious in South. So I remember like even going to school, like after our school was probably one of the baddest schools in the areas. So we might have madness with other schools. They gave, within a 2-mile radius of our school, they gave other school a head start to go home.
Oh, serious?
So they used to make us close later so that everyone could go home. And I remember like my mates always saying to me, how come you're not scared when these other schools come around and et cetera, et cetera. I was like in my head, if only you knew, there was 3 guys in my year group. Yeah. We were 13, 14. There's 3 guys who had guns. So I knew if something kicked off, all they would do is just flash it and everyone would just scatter. So people was like, how come you were never scared? I was just like, because I knew there was always people with ammunition early. And because remember, back then there wasn't no cameras. So people had no clue what my friends at the time were walking around with. So we might,
to school,
we might be outnumbered by other people. And these guys would just be like, and it's sad because one of them, he's like one of my good friends now. He's been in jail for like a few years, and he came out of jail years ago. And the reason why he ended up in jail was something stupid. Imagine he's like, well, no one's got a rep. One of his friends was like, they need something. And he was like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not involved because I've come out. But he's like, you know what, as a favor, I'll put the connect.
Yeah.
And
he's done that one off. It's like Blow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, remember the film Blow? He just put the connect and...
It's called conspiracy.
That's it.
Yeah, they don't have to prove you did anything. Yeah.
Then my other friend, the other one who, he used to come to school with a gun when he was in year 9. I see him all the time in Brixton now, and he's lost his mind. He stays on the same corner every time, and sometimes I pull up on him and I'm talking to him. I'm just like, I wish I could help you, bro, but it's...
But you know the baddest thing is what you're saying is, sometimes when I speak to people, even girls, and we speak about how we grew up, bro, it was so negative. But to us, it was normal. But some of us are living with PTSD. Like we don't even know what we're living with.
But me and Mike spoke about this. The PTSD, for me, I'm glad it's there because it keeps me on my toes. It keeps me hyper aware of every situation. Because remember, we couldn't go to school and just be sitting on the bus thinking about, I wonder what school's gonna be like today. You're sat like, you're looking over the side of the bus.
You're who's coming the bus.
You're clocking the behaviour of every person that gets on that bus and how they're moving.
But I hear what you're saying. But what I'm saying is although we're looking at it as a benefit, that's not normal, bro. Because really and truly, imagine being able to like
It is normal though. Y'all grew up in that.
No, I hear it's normal.
And think about it. We live worlds apart, and it was normal where I was at. You know what I'm saying? And my cousins, and so. Here's the thing, this is how I look at life, bro. Everything is all good. It's all good, right? Because this is like, most people's lives kind of suck. It is what it is. People whose lives don't suck, they're doing things to make it not suck. You know what I'm saying? Think about all the people who grew up where y'all grew up. Think about how many didn't make it out. It's not like y'all special. Y'all just chose to do different things. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always say, like, our destiny is our decisions. You know
and you know what? But I say this as well. It's not even just decisions. There's a lot of luck in it, man. A lot of luck in it. There's situations that we made it through just pure luck, man.
Some days you turn left. And if you had turned right, you could have been in jail. Or you could have got stabbed or something. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the other day when I was talking about how me and Sim, before we met each other, how just one moment could have made us lifelong enemies. Where I've seen him wearing the Averex jacket in the middle of summer,
And he's
I've
with his
walked
people.
past with my people, and I'm saying, "Who's that prick? Look at that!" And I've carried on walking.
But he
it
could have
been
talked to me,
Yeah.
and I was heated.
He was heated.
I was
and
heated. I'm ready. I'm ready for anyone. I was looking for someone.
So he could have switched on me. We could have rushed him, and a war starts. But fast forward 10 years later, we see each other. You know what I mean? And we become mad close. So it's crazy how one moment could change everything. And it goes
like
back
that day, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Basically, it was People's Day.
Yeah.
You know People's Day,
Yeah.
and you know that's ghetto boys galore. That's and obviously the incident had just happened like maybe the Friday.
Yeah.
So it's People's Day Saturday.
Yeah.
I was living in North then, so I've come down and I just want someone because obviously, pretty much I got rushed. So I want payback. I want someone to try it. Like I'm ready for someone. Let's do something. And then, like luckily nothing. Like no one.
That's what I'm saying, but even that day, for example, imagine someone did come, you hit them, pow,
Yeah,
pow,
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 pow, yeah,
someone knocks their head.
Yeah.
This Simeon's destiny's changed.
Yeah.
Because of that one day.
Because of that one
Completely.
day.
Completely.
Do you know what's crazy though? Have you realized every time there was events like that, something always
Something always happened.
happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes it was decisions as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was a decision. I think I told you. I don't told you guys, but Mike knows the story about when someone pulled a gun on me in the gym.
Yeah.
And
I remember that. I remember you telling me that.
I told you, yeah, okay. Well, after that situation, I chose to let it die there.
Yeah.
Like not to retaliate because
Yeah.
life was starting to get really good.
Yeah.
Business was picking up. The social stuff was picking up,
spoke about
and I just said, nah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not chasing it. I'm not chasing
A few of
it.
your people were like, we're going to sort it. And I remember Sims.
Yeah, there's loads of
I remember
people
me and
ready
Sim
to sort
talking,
it.
Sim's like, you know what? I can't really be bothered, you know.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Nah,
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
I was like, things are going good.
Yeah.
Like there's two ways that's going, you know, and I don't want any evil.
And the thing is, if you went the other way now, we won't be here today.
You just be a story. You'd be a story. Like, yeah, that guy, he could have. You know what's crazy? He could have.
Remember Sim?
Well, you know what's crazy? I've got like a similar story. Remember when I told you when we've gone country show in Brixton, and the guys from my area, like I messed with the older bunch, but I didn't mess with the ones around my age or slightly lower, and they've tried to. So one of my friends had moved from Canada back to the area, so he grew up as a little kid in the area. Then his dad took him to Canada and then came back. So they've tried to rob him, and I've stepped in because he was young. But I was only a couple years old. I was only 17, so I've stepped in like and made it my business now. Then everyone's surrounding me. Then my boy is mad, stubborn as hell.
Yeah.
So they've stepped to him and he's picked up one of them, headbutted him. Yeah. So now we're fighting 3 against 30. The girls from our area surrounded us, and I've come out clapping. I was like, well done, smiling. And I spat out and I had a little blood, and I was like, oh, well done. I was like, loads of you to rush us, and I'm not hurt. The girls are surrounded, cussing them. The reason why we've got into that madness as well is because when they were trying to rob, they've shown in JD bag. JD Sports is like a sports store. So they've shown sawn off shotgun.
Okay.
But they were expecting us to kind of
to-
back down
yeah,
in it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I had the mentality then was like, whatever happens now, I can't control it. If I back down, it might get worse. So I remember like after that incident happened now, I made phone calls to Peckham boys that I knew. And one of my mates at the time, I don't even want to say his name on camera, but he had a reputation and he was reckless. So I phoned him and told him what's happened. He started naming guns under the sun that I've never heard of. He's like, bro, I don't like them boys. Whatever you want, come get that. So I'm on my way. Like I've left my boys, I've gone around the corner now. A couple of the younger ones, let's go back. I was like, no, don't worry about it. Leave it. So everyone doesn't know I'm still heated. I've gone home, changed, all black Nike. Remember the all black tracksuits, the baggy ones that we had?
Component tracksuit.
Yeah, the hoodie, everything. This is the middle of the summer. Put on my Nike Golf Club
The gloves. Yeah.
emptied out my duffel bag with all my basketball stuff, because back then everyone knew me as a hooper. Emptied it all out. I'm walking towards the bus stop now. Then I see one of my older boys pulled up. He's like, no, I heard what happened, blah, 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 come. So one of the main people who started the beef now, he lives down the road in Angeltown now. So, no, he didn't even live there, but that's where he hung. So my boys phoned him now because he was like a PE teacher, basketball teacher in the school. So he's phoning him, he's come out now, hopping out. Then he was like, something happened earlier. Then I found out that my man that I was beefing with is good friends with my older cousins, because I went to school with these older cousins, and one of them was a year above me and used to look after me when I was a freshie. So now I'm in the car, I'm hearing him talking and blah, blah, blah. So I've jumped out and he's frozen. Then my boy was like, what if both of you fight one-on-one now? He's like, no, I'm not really down for that, this, that. So I've said to him, I said, you're lucky, because after this has happened, I know where you live. I've told him exactly where he lives. And he was like shocked. So I was like, I made, like back in the day, everyone who kind of had like a reputation for being a troublemaker, I kind of made it my thing to know exactly where he lived.